I'm Shauna from the Yoga Center Winnipeg, and this is Yoga Snacks, nourishment for the body, mind, and spirit. Okay, hope everybody's doing well at home today. We're going to start off with some breathing like we always do, and then spend a little bit of time working with our arms and shoulders. So just find a comfortable sitting position. If you like being in a chair like me, you can also actually have something like a belt handy. So I've got a yoga belt, but a strap from a bathrobe or a tie, those kinds of things, a long scarf, that can all work. You can just keep it close. Line your knees up over your heels, feet pointing straight ahead, and then shoulders over your hips. And just take a couple moments. Let's do a deep inhale. Sigh the breath out the mouth. And again. And 3 is a lucky number, so one more. Okay. And then just notice your natural breath. And sometimes it's helpful to put a hand on the belly, a hand on the chest. That way you can feel how the body moves. Also, usually with the hands resting, helps to bring your focus to the touch of the hands. And invite your breath to slow down a little bit. So as you inhale, you might think of inhaling to the count of 4 or 5. And exhale, similar count. So let's give that a try. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling out the nose if possible. 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's too much, go with your own pace, a little bit slower, but otherwise we'll do a couple more. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and just continue to breathe. It'll happen without your help, but you can work with that slower breath. Start to take the arms down by the side, palms face one another, and inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms are up. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms are down. And repeat. Next time, take the arms out to the side, inhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5. And a couple more. Next time the arms are up, we'll keep the arms up. Reach and bend your left elbow. Bring your left hand behind your head. Bring your right hand to hold the elbow. Take a few breaths here. Just notice what you feel. And take the arms back up. Exhale, bend the right elbow. Use your left hand on the right elbow. Take a few breaths. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take your arms out at shoulder height. Turn the palms to face up. Bend the elbows so you get the arms into cactus, relatively even, easier said than done. And then start to squeeze your elbows towards one another. And open them out. So a little bit like sometimes what people do with weights at the gym, but it's equally effective for different reasons without the weights. And just moving back and forth a couple times. Okay. And then put your arms down, have a little rest. Okay, this time we'll take the right arm up at shoulder height all by itself. Reach out through the fingertips As you draw out through your fingertips, from the bottom of the hand, draw back into the arm socket. And then inhale, turn your right hand so the palm faces up. Exhale, bend the elbow just like we did previously. And then turn your hand out. Pause again. And start to tip your right fingertips towards your right ear. A little bit like you're holding a tray. Just feel that. This is a technique that's sometimes referred to as nerve gliding. And feel, breathe. Okay, then turn your hand in the opposite direction. Again, a little bit like being a waiter or maybe an Egyptian character. And then take your arm down, straightening arm, fingertips point towards the floor. Okay, relax your arm. Place your right hand down by your lap. And then now let's go to the left. So take the left arm, shoulder height, reach out through your fingertips, draw back from the palm. So there's both extension and retraction. And then slowly turn your arm so the palm faces up. As you exhale, bend the elbow, so back into that cactus shape. And then turn the palm to face out. As you do that, bend your hand back. Easier than it looks. No, harder than it looks. Stay, and then turn your palm in the other direction. Great. And then straighten the arm, hand comes down. And lower your arm. Excellent. Okay, so this time interlace your fingers, have your right pinky on the outside, flip the palms and press the hands away from you. Straighten through your elbows. Take your arms up towards the ceiling and reach up with your hands. Shoulder blades can drop down your back. Take a few breaths here, in and out. And then bend the elbows and start to bring the hands down behind your head. Rest your head into your hands. Let the elbows open. And you can even hook your thumbs at the occipital bones there and just help to lift the head a little. Let's next tuck the chin and curl your spine round down. And then inhale and come back up. And we'll do that again. Rounding, curling the spine. Inhaling and coming back up. And once more. Okay, this time once you're back, bring your head into a neutral position and start to move your arms towards your right. You can keep them clasped. They may or may not go very far, and that's okay. It's not about that. Just be mindful, so if there's a lot of sensation, back off till there's not so much sensation. If it feels okay, then you can take the arms as far as they go, and also think of resting your head into your hand. You might notice how my head's a little crooked, so you want to think of your head as being as neutral as possible. It's a little tricky, actually. Okay, and then arms come back. Let's actually bring the hands down, change the interlace of the fingers, flip the palms. Take the arms up again. Taking a couple breaths. And then bend the elbows, bring the hands down towards the head and behind the head. This time, instead of curling, we're going to twist the spine a little bit to the right. Inhale back to center, a little bit to the left. Inhale back to center, to the right, back to center, to the left, back to center. And then just start to bring your arms over to the left. And that, just as much as possible in your body, let the head rest back into the hands. As much as possible, bring your head into a balanced place. Good. And then arms back and all the way down. And take a couple breaths here. Okay, one more shoulder opening, and this one will combine with a forward bending twist. So we do this in this practice fair bit. If you've got a block or something, you can put it between your feet, but you can also use your hands on your knee, elbows on your knee. So left side, if you've got a belt or a strap of some sort, you can put it there. If not, you can always work with your t-shirt. So we're going to take the right arm and tuck it behind. Use the left hand to kind of encourage the hand over towards the left, and then tuck the hand up the back. Keeping that, straighten your left arm up towards the ceiling and bend your left elbow. Both hands can hold your belt if you have one. Press back with your right elbow, reach up with your left, and in your mind's eye, think about, feel your feet on the floor, feel your hips on the chair, and then imagine you can balance your two shoulders. So just use your sensory perception. Lift up through your elbows, through the top of the head. Here's a nice opportunity to reconnect to the breathing. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay, and then let go with your hands. Bend your left elbow onto the leg, or if you've got the block, you can put your left hand on the block between your feet. Turn your rib cage and hold, if you can reach, hold your chair with your right hand. If you can't reach, right hand on the hip or the back is perfect. Widening across your collarbones, glancing. And then press into your feet, inhale and sit up. And take a moment just sitting. Maybe you want to close your eyes, tune your attention inward, feel your breath come in and go out. Okay, and then if you're using the belt, put it on the right shoulder. Take your left hand behind, use your right hand to help. Tuck the arm up your back, then reach your right arm up. Bend at the right elbow and look for the belt. And once again, an opportunity to connect to your breath, to pay attention from the inside about your alignment. So it actually doesn't really matter what it looks like on the outside, but what it feels like is a feeling of balance. So press evenly into the feet, evenly into the hips. In your own inner awareness, trace your awareness up your spine. Have the feeling that the two shoulders are balanced, that the top of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Awesome. And then let go, put your belt down, come forward, rest your forearm onto the legs. Left arm can reach back to the chair, and for sure your right hand, if you've got something lower to put it on there. Hug the knees towards one another and start to twist your left. And then inhale and slowly come up. Rest your hands on lap and just take a few breaths. Okay. Okay, one more little, maybe two more little activities in the chair. Let's take the right leg, pick it up, kind of bounce it, maybe bring it up towards your chest if that's available. Raise and lower. Couple times, and even straighten and bend a few times, and just do this the first couple kind of in a relaxed way. You can circle your right ankle, wiggle your toes. Okay, then put your right leg down, sit a little bit more back onto the chair. Feet are lined up, hands are going to hold the edge of the chair, and then straighten your right leg, flex your foot. Put your foot down. Next time you do that, exhale, straighten the right leg, flex the foot, and drop your chin. Inhale, bend your knee, put your foot down and look up. So we're going to combine flexing the foot, dropping the chin. Inhale down, and let's do again. Exhale, straighten, tuck the chin, flex the foot. Inhale, foot down, look up. One more time. Great. Okay, second side. So let's pick up this other leg, bounce it around, bring it close. Circle it if you like. And then holding the leg as you inhale, point the toes, exhale, flex the foot. And a few times. Just get some circulation and movement into the leg. Awesome. And then put the foot down. Again, balance yourself on the chair. Hold the chair with your hands. Straighten the left leg, flex the foot, and then bend. And then this time we put the head in, flex. As you exhale, tuck your chin. Inhale, foot down, head up. Exhale, leg lifts, chin tucks. Inhale down, exhale, repeat. Inhale down, repeat. Down, last one, repeat. Great, okay. Okay, it's time to stand up. So stand up away from the chair. If you have a yoga mat, you can stand on the chair. We'll use the chair again, though, so you can keep it handy. And just come up to stand. And so toe spread. Bring your hands in together at your heart. Press evenly into your feet. As you inhale, sweep your arms and reach up. As you exhale, side bend to your right. Put your right hand onto your hip. Pause here, feel your feet, keep your legs strong, engage your quadricep muscles. Take some breaths in this side opening, and then inhale and come all the way up. And exhale, go to the second side. Inhale and come up. Open your arms wide. Bend your knees a lot and go forward. You can hug the thighs. You can drop your head. And then sweep your hands forward. Keep your hips lowering and start to take your arms a little higher, your chest a little higher. And then press the floor with your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. Okay, same thing, just adding a little extra piece. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, second side. Inhale, come up. Here, bend the elbows and bring them into that cactus shape. And then tuck your hands around to your back. So elbows can tuck in and chest can lift. So keep the hips mostly forward facing, just a little bit of lift to the chest. If it feels okay in your neck, glance up. And then from here, start to look down, bend your knees, bring your hands around to hold the thighs, and then sweep the arms forward and up and push the ground as you stand up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. So let's do that one more time. Inhale, sweep, reach. This time you might have your right hand hold your left wrist as you side bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, second side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, cactusing into the arms. Then hands tuck back, elbows hug in, chest lifts, and maybe look up. You can use your thumbs to encourage the hip skin, hip flesh to move down. Great, and then back to neutral. And, oh, I almost forgot the best part. Bend the knees, give your legs a little hug, and then sweep your arms forward and up, Utkatasana, it's called, awkward pose. Exhale, straighten the legs, hands to the heart. Okay, now we can shake everything off. Okay, so here we're going to use a chair. Some of you might, at home, may want to use, blocks if you've got careful with your chair. It can be heavy and dangerous. And so we'll have the hands on the chair, step the left leg back. And so depending on your needs, it can be a smaller step or a bigger step. Press back through your heel and use the hands against the chair to lift the sternum. You can also draw your shoulder blades down the back, look forward. Okay, then carefully bend your left knee. Keep the toes curled under and use the chair to help you be upright. If you feel balanced, you can move your hands onto your thighs or even your hands onto your hips. Elbows tuck back, chest lifts, and you can look up a little bit towards the ceiling. Okay, hands can come back to the chair. Raise your left knee. Maybe you step your right foot a little bit back to step the left foot forward. Look up. And then a giant step back with the right foot. And again, adjust the stance to suit you, pressing back through your heel, hands against the chair, collarbones draw down, chest is lifting. Okay, then bend the right knee, bring it down to the floor. You could keep those toes curled under. Lifting the chest, hands can stay on the chair, or you might bring them to the thigh if that feels okay, or if you want a little extra adventure, hands on hips, elbows tucked back, a little bit of a back arch as you look up. So don't need to look up, you can look down, you can look forward, but if it feels okay, shoulder blades are going down, chest is lifting. Okay, then hands back to the chair, raise the right knee, step the foot to face forward, and then let's take just a small folding forward. We call that Uttanasana. Okay, so come on down to your knees. We're going to do one more pose, one more big pose. And so this one, you might like to have a blanket or some cushion. You could even put your... I just discovered my blanket has a beautiful reindeer on it. Okay, you could come to kneeling in front of the chair. So if you're not able to kneel, you can do either one of the two poses we've just done, but otherwise you're kneeling in front of the chair and your hands are on the chair. Press the hands against the chair to lift the chest. So this is a pose we call Ustrasana, or camel pose. If it feels okay, your head is looking up. If that hurts your neck at all, chin is forward. Okay, let's just add some extra variations here. So left hand can hold the chair, right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. So this is a great stretch. You're lengthening through the right side especially. And then if it feels okay, you lean back a little bit. Awesome. And then right hand comes down. Left hand rests onto the chair, both hands rest onto the chair. Lift the chest again, not needing to press the hips forward, just keeping them neutral. And then once more to the other side, so you keep your right hand on the chair, left arm reaches straight up. Good place to stay, or take it to the next. Looking towards the ceiling, getting a little chest opening. Bring your arm back. Hand comes down to chair seat. And last time, lifting the chest. If you're a little bit more comfortable in this pose, you can walk your hands back or even have your hands on the chair leg. If your head is looking up, shoulder blades draw down the back to create space for your neck. There should be no pain at all. To come up, press into your shins, inhale, come all the way up, and then we're going to crawl forward a little bit and sit down onto the floor, cross-legged position. As you exhale, twist towards your right. Inhale, untwist. Change the cross of the legs. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, untwist. Okay, and then let's start to make our way down onto our back. We'll use the chair. You can use the chair for your legs. Maybe if you've got a little pillow or a blanket for your head, that's nice. The legs can rest onto the chair or the seat of your couch. Rest your arms open to the side and take a few breaths here. Just let your body start to relax. Depending on the chair that you have, a nice variation is to bring it a little bit close, and if you've got something to hook your feet onto, you can let your knees drop open on the outside of the chair. If that chair doesn't allow for that to happen, or your body doesn't respond well to that, keep your legs just resting in the neutral position on the chair. If you've got your feet together, your knees open, heels rest any way that makes sense. Sometimes this is a very relaxing and restoring place for your back. If your knees were in the open position, now's a good time to bring them back to the neutral position. So this pose is sometimes called chair shavasana. Chair relaxation pose with calves on the chair. This is a great place. You could stay here 5-10 minutes. As always, I'm going to start to come out soon. So when it is your time to come out, do so by bringing your legs in and just rocking your legs a little bit from side to side. Roll carefully to one side if you're coming out, or again, stay as long as you like. As you come up, you can bring yourself into a comfortable sitting position. Take a moment just to acknowledge any of the benefits, any benefits that you feel from this practice, any change in your body, your mind, your heart. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.